life now.
So I followed all the instructions. 10 seconds in.
Oh, yeah, I see there's a new icon.
Oh, there's a new icon.
There's a new icon.
Oh, we're good. Okay. We may have succeeded.
Turn up a little bit. Whole C6.
Oh. We have one person
Hey,
watching.
there I am.
There you are. Okay.
Hey.
Okay, we finally got this figured out. Sorry for the delay, people.
There you are.
Okay. Ryan. Okay.
Is this good?
Yeah. So, Michael, welcome. Joey, MN Picker. Hi, all. First from Puerto Rico, finally, yes, Humberto. Thank you. And we'll let the people say hello and all that before I introduce these two guys. Now, these two guys, they probably don't need introductions. Well,
Shouldn't.
on TikTok, you don't.
No.
No.
I'm pretty good there.
Yeah, exactly. And in Vegas, well, you're pretty well known. Yeah. So Stephen, Solomon, excellent. Here we go. So sorry for the delay. The technical issues are all on this guy. No need to worry. It's my fault. But old guys and technology don't always mix. To this side, we have John Williams, and John, your title is
Technical Service Director.
for C6 Ceramics, and
Tailoring.
your title yet to be determined.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, he'll be doing the training for our industrial program and agricultural program and be the tech person for that. With that being said, what's his title? Figure it out for us, people. So I'll speak until we get questions here, and feel free to ask questions. But my name is Ivan, if you don't know who I am. And C6 Ceramics is a division of DIY Detail. DIY Detail is the parent company. C6 is the offshoot. And the reason C6 exists, very simple, to provide the best quality solutions for ceramic coatings. And be it for automotive, be it for marine, aviation, and agricultural and industrial. And we have other things coming as well, but those are still in the works. Ryan L says, hey to Taylor. There
Ryan,
you go.
how's it going?
Yeah, so Ryan Loeffler. Likes the hats and the t-shirts. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Sam Squatch. So C6 Ceramics was born from the research and development that went into DIY Detail. We started, working on the coatings, and I had the bright idea to ask the chemist, what would a coating be like if money were no object? He smiled, put up the collar on his lab coat, and said, follow me. So that is where C6 Ceramic is born. We have the chemist on board that has been doing ceramic coatings for well over 30 years in the industrial sector. So when I said we wanted to do an industrial coating, he was very, very excited. And that's where Taylor comes in.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, the industrial side of having a coating that's actually going to be beneficial for more ways than one is going to be huge, especially with C6. What they've developed and what we're going to be able to offer is going to be extravagant in that sector of business. So when coming in with an industrial style coating,
Right.
obviously we need to offer a really high level of protection.
Yeah.
And typically on the standard market today, not a lot of those that are offered can actually offer that type of protection.
Exactly.
So until we had this.
Right. So C6 Industrial is not a wipe-on ceramic like we're used to. It's a spray-on ceramic. And we've really put the emphasis on prep, because prep is something that some of the industrial ceramics on the market aren't doing to my standards, definitely not doing to your standards.
Correct.
And not doing to our chemist standards. So the chemist came up with two prep products. If your industrial equipment is old and faded, and your red tractor is now pink, or your orange tractor looks like a creamsicle, that's actually perfect for the C6 coatings. But if you have a brand new tractor, or your brand new excavator or whatever, and you want it coated, we can do that as well with our prep products.
Absolutely. So what's really nice about this stuff, Ivan, and I've seen this firsthand,
Yeah.
is what this product can do on the surface of paint.
Yeah.
I virtually seen something that was a completely different color.
Yeah.
And after we did the application to it, was just blown away.
Yeah, it's basically makes it new again.
It's like, how do you get these types of results? Well, with all the extensive lab testing and everything else, all the tweaks that we've been able to make to it,
Yeah.
this product is not only going to be able to restore that faded finish, but what's nice about that, there's no polishing necessary.
Yeah.
And that's what caught me off guard is
Yeah.
what you're completely used to and what you were trained to do your
Yeah.
entire life as a detailer.
Yes.
That goes away.
Exactly. We're basically, it's sprayed on. We're not using a compressor. We're not using a typical spray gun. We're using an HVLP turbine, so high volume, low pressure turbine, making it a portable setup to carry with you. The prep process is, foaming 2 different products on back to back. They work together on the surface to actually etch the surface. So if you have a brand new tractor, don't worry. It's going to be good when we're done, but it's going to etch it. The film build is around 15 microns, so not thick enough to crack, not thick enough to move, but thin enough and sturdy enough to follow the movement. So we can actually coat a piece of sheet metal with it, let it cure, fold it in half, and still not crack and chip.
Which I think is huge.
Yeah. But for the automotive coatings, we've got some questions here. John?
Yeah.
So John is responsible for looking after our installers, making sure that they're, first of all, knowledgeable, making sure that they have the information that they need, and keeping them up to date on new ideas and new ways of doing it, marketing, things like that. So we're here to support you. I've been in the coating industry for a very long time, and I wanted to build a company that was a little different, that we're not centered on having our installers market for us. There's no need for that. If a C6 installer is not advertising that they're a C6 installer, they're not wearing the hats, the shirts, etc., not a big deal. We want you to market your company, and we're here to help you grow your company through the use of coatings. Let me see if we have some questions here. Yves Saint Jacques, yes, we will have a consumer available coating that's called Hydro Light. What's the difference between the two, the C6 Hydro and C6 Diamond Gloss?
So the difference between them, we're looking at Diamond Gloss is going to be the more for the weekend car. It's going to be extremely glossy, extremely hydrophobic, but you can't have the best of both worlds. So the Hydro is going to be more for like the daily driver, something that's going out in the elements every day, and it's still going to be really glossy, but not as glossy as the Diamond Gloss will be. So that's kind of the difference between those two. The Hydro Light will be the prosumer that non-approved installers can purchase, but that won't be available at the same price point for non-approved installers.
Right. And we have a question. I still want the hat, yeah. Sam Squatch saying, I'd like to think C6 is a dream I haven't had. What would the ultimate dream coating be like? Well, the ultimate dream coating for me, and for these guys as well, is easy, easy, easy to apply. If you're a professional detailer, chances are you have an employee doing this for you. And you shouldn't need to give your employee 18 days worth of training to apply a ceramic coating. John, the first time you applied it, you were sort of flabbergasted?
Yeah, I can't believe how easy it is to put it on. Mostly self-leveling as long as you're using standard ceramic coating practices. And easy to watch it evaporate and wipe off with the leveling towel. And then within 1 hour cure time to return back to the customer is incredible. 7 days to the first wash, but putting it on within couple minutes, you can see how hydrophobic it is. It is really incredible.
Yeah.
And the gloss is just unbelievable.
Platinum auto glass and window tinting. Yes, we do have marine as well. So marine is basically like the C6 Hydro, but a lot of UV inhibitors added into it because of the factor of the gel coat doing what it does. If you're doing side by sides, jet skis, anything that is, or snowmobiles for that matter, but anything that's plastic will benefit from the C6 Marine. Anton, you're late. How do we get to be an installer for these coatings? Very easily. You send an email to john@c6ceramics.com, or even better, go on the C6 Ceramics website. There's an installer form there. Fill it out. John, over the last couple days when we started hinting on C6 Ceramics, has been getting a lot of emails, so it might be a day or two before it gets back to you, but we will, and I'll be responding to some as well, so we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Industrial gloss. was a life expectancy supposed to be? For the automotive coatings, it's lifetime. Unless the person is abusing it, they're not going to take it off of there. And for the industrial coatings, we're saying 15 years, but once again, if it is well maintained, it's going to last well past that.
I've seen this in action. And like
Yeah.
I said, 15 years, that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
That life expectancy, that's just going to be huge. And I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Ben, no, I didn't know someone else was having a live stream, so, but thanks for joining ours. Keith Myers, I'm driving but listening. Thank you. Karaski, if Professional is selling this coating, do they mark it as a lifetime coating? And yes. And does it work on windows and wheels? Definitely. You know, we will have a glass coating coming, but on the side windows, on the back windows, definitely the paint coating does a great job. Wheels are painted, so there's no need to have a separate coating for them. So can this be applied in a non-temperature controlled environment like a parking lot garage? The automotive coatings, definitely. You have to be above 50 degrees Fahrenheit. For the industrial coatings, you have to be above 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So just, you have to be careful there. No response, pre-recorded. Katid, yes, we are. It's not pre-recorded. So we are here, but we've got a lot of questions, so I'm trying to go through them. John G, how long will C6 Hydro last on a car that is outside 8 hours per day, 5 days a week? As long as you want it to last.
As long as it's not removed with abrasives like a polish or a compound, it's going to stay on there. And mostly for maintenance is just a typical detailing wash. I mean, if you start to see a decline in the gloss or the hydrophobics, all it's going to need is an iron remover, maybe a water spot remover, and that will bring it back to its original state when it's applied to the car.
Yeah. And Joe Yolano, will there be new toppers released for these products, or should we keep using ceramic gloss and quick beads? There will be a C6 specific, and it's not a topper, it's a drying lubricant called Mist, but that's coming soon. For right now, and you know, for the foreseeable future, the DIY detail products are the prep products, and they're also the maintenance products. There's no need to have a special pH balanced soap and all that fun stuff. So home user who wants to use the stronger C6 on their family vehicles would need to go through a process to get approved. No, we will have a C6 coating that is available to consumers, and that is Hydro Light. So it's our extremely hydrophobic coating. It doesn't have the lifetime property to it, but it does have, you know, all the ease of application and all of that, and you'll get a good 6 to 10 years out of it.
Depending on maintenance.
Yeah. So OC Detailers, DIY or C6? Well, DIY and C6 are basically the same company, just two divisions of the same company. What car do you say is the easiest to apply a coating to? Any car. Just make sure that it's prepped, so it's clean. Coating just needs clean paint. It doesn't need perfectly polished paint. If it's perfectly polished, even better, but it's not a necessity.
Part of the process for installing it is we have this product called the Adhesion Promoter Polish, which we are calling the app. And the app can work as an enhancement for the paint. So if someone gets a new car and they just want an enhancement in the coating, you can use the app for that. And that will work similar to a polish. It's a very fine polish, so it's not going to do massive corrections, but that will do just enhancements. And so this will act as the enhancement, but also as the Velcro for the coating to stick to the car. So it swells the paint, and while the paint is in that swollen state, it'll be more susceptible to soaking up the coating and adhering to it for a lifetime.
Excellent. Great question from Ryan Loeffler. Where does Hydro Light fall in the DIY detail lineup? Easy. 3, 5, 8, 5-3 stack, 8-3 stack, Hydro Light. So Hydro Light is the top of the food chain there. Top Shine car detailers. With lifetime coating, is there a guarantee to back that up? No, there is not. And that is a very simple reason why. If you've ever had to deal with a warranty in the detailing space, you know that it's not really a warranty. So we are providing you the best chemistry, we're providing you the best product, and we're relying on our installers to do the best installation. When you mix those three and the chemistry behind it, we know that it's not going anywhere. Yves Saint Jacques tried to join the C6 page on Facebook, but kept out of it. Would love to be able to join the group. Definitely putting C6 on my next new car. Yeah, the C6 group is only for authorized installers on Facebook. What's the pricing on the industrial coating?
So we're looking at for pricing on the industrial coating. We should probably get to how much it's going to take to do an industrial size machine.
Yeah.
So on a standard tractor, like we've been across several hundreds of it.
Yeah.
And what we've experienced is that with this, you're going to use a little bit more volume, which is going to give you a lot thicker protection.
Yeah.
And what were we saying? We're going to use about a quart.
Yeah, about a quart, and a quart is $5.99. So $600 in material to do a tractor, and a few bucks in prep products and some masking.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Detailing made simple sock are both lifetime coatings. What's the huge benefit of using both?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Between C6 and Diamond, why use one over the other?
So the Hydro will be more for the daily driver car. The Diamond is going to be for like the cars and coffee car. Like Sunday morning, going out with not driving it every day, you're going to get more gloss out of the Diamond gloss, and the Hydro is going to have more hydrophobic and self-cleaning. Both will be in the same field where they'll be high gloss and hydrophobic, but the Hydro is going to be more hydrophobic than it will be glossy.
Right. The whole goal is we could, to maximize gloss, you lose a bit of hydrophobics. To maximize hydrophobics, you lose a bit of gloss. So we're giving you the option of both. They both work exceptionally well. They both are easy to install, and they're both a lifetime coating. They all have the same basic chemistry. What can I use for the app? Yes, the red waffle pad, definitely. You can use a rotary, but ideally you'll use a 3 to 8 millimeter stroke DA for that. Alfred Auto Spa, just tuning in. Can part-time detailer become installers if they're really good, geared toward a professional shop? You can be, but we need you to be a licensed and insured business. That's where we are on that. How hard is it to level out, and can be applied panel by panel? If you're talking about the automotive coating, you've never experienced a coating so easy. And if you're talking about the industrial coating,
So what's nice about the industrial coating is on a lifespan and application span. I mean,
Yeah.
when you go to do that, chemical resistance on that, it's a 24-hour period.
Right.
So within a 24-hour period, you're able to expose it to any kind of chemicals, any UAN, salts, you name it, any kind of acidic baths that you might give any kind of industrial piece of equipment.
Yeah.
What's nice about that, it's actually able to go into dust and dirt within 4 hours, and then chemical exposure within 24.
right. Michael, how do we find a local installer? There's not that many of them yet. So, but stay tuned to the page. There will be an installer's map there. David X, what is the expected shelf life for Hydro Light once opened? 6 months. Longevity, Daryl Quinn, 15 years for industrial, lifetime for the automotive coatings. The Hydro Light that will be consumer available, we're saying 6 years, but well-maintained, just like any coating. A well-maintained coating will last a lot longer than what the manufacturer says. Detailing made simple, got it. So best results recommended to stack them? No, there's no stacking necessary, one or the other. Take your pick, they're both the same price. So which licenses and amounts of insurance are required to be accepted, recommended? Basically you need to be insured. So to make sure that if you screw up a vehicle, customer's not coming back. And as far as licensing, it's whatever you need to be a legitimate business in your area. Every area is different. Richard, how about using them on travel trailers? Yeah, so if it's a gel coat travel trailer, you'll be using the C6 Marine. And if it's painted, then you'll be using C6 Hydro or Diamond. Katit, is C6 coating good as a sealant for headlight restoration? The C6 Industrial, yes, but you're not going to be an industrial installer just for doing that. You can use the C6 automotive ones, but ideally, the best thing is paint protection film, and that's another thing C6 has. We have PPF. We have gloss, we have matte. Our PPF trainer couldn't be here today, but we do have PPF as well. How does C6 Hydro Light hold up to a car wash? If it's a touch-free car wash, it's going to hold up great. If not, brushes are brushes, and they're going to do what they're going to do. The only way to remove C6 is through abrasion.
And the Scratch Wash 3000 is going to have a lot of abrasion on the paints.
Yeah. The Bubba Ray Show, I'm genuinely excited, y'all. He's got a beer there. But normally Bubba Ray actually writes with the accent as well, which is fun. I love reading his comments because y'all's got the accent in there and everything. Okay, on a two-step paint correction, do you use IPA prep before applying the app? No.
No IPA rinse is necessary. The app is all you're going to need. If you want to do a correction at all, if it's a 2-step, 3-step, whatever it is, after your last step and the paint is in a position you want it to be in, no IPA rinse is necessary. You go directly into the app. Once you wipe the app off, the paint will stay in that swelled state for about 24 hours, and in that time is when you can apply the coating. But typically, if you have time to apply the app, you're going to have time to put the coating on.
Yeah. And OC details, what happens if you need to file an insurance claim? Those are questions for your insurance broker. Alfred, JB, yes, so Joy Belinsky, thanks for stopping in. Yves Saint Jacques, will hydro be available through Carzilla or TOC? So yes, we already have distributors for the C6 industrial line and for the C6 professional line, and that is TOC Supplies in Canada, Car Care Co. in Australia, and DIY Detailing in Austria. And that list will grow very shortly, but those are the ones that are already in place. David Weiss, may have missed it, but I'm just tuning in. But how do I buy this? Well, for right now, c6ceramics.com. That's where you can go. The technology behind C6 Ceramics on the automotive side and marine, the industrial is a little different thing. But we have a proprietary blend first of all, we use reactive blending, which means I could actually give you all the ingredients for the coating, or give these guys the ingredients for the coating, and they still couldn't make it. Because the reactive blending process is done in such a way that part A and part B are blended at a certain temperature for a certain amount of time at a certain speed. Then part C is added and the temperature might be changed. Part D is added, the temperature and the pressure might be changed. There's all sorts of variables that go in. So even if you have all the ingredients in front of you, you still can't make it. The reactive blending process makes it so that the coating is very, very different, and the blending process is very homogeneous. Now, in terms of the products that are in there, we have polysilazane that a lot of you know. Polysilazane is a very good industrial coating, and that's part of the industrial coating. But polysilazane is not necessarily a sexy coating. You're not going to get a lot of gloss and slickness out of polysilazane. The next component in there is silicon carbide. Silicon carbide is designed or is part of the coating because of its extreme chemical resistance. And it has a very, very high chemical resistance. It does that very well. Next, we have SiO2. No good coating is without SiO2. Even your graphene coatings have SiO2. So SiO2 is part of the mix.
Slickness and gloss.
Slickness and gloss. Then we have SiN, which is silicon nitride. Silicon nitride is something that not a lot of people incorporate into their coatings. And silicon nitride maintains flexibility. So what breaks down a coating over time is called fracturing. And with that fracturing, you have, you can put a coating on. Let's say you bought a 3-year coating from someone. 3 years later, yeah, the coating's sort of there, but no matter what you do, it doesn't behave the way it did when it was new. That's because of fracturing. And the best way to explain fracturing is look at the desert floor. Get the desert floor wet. It's a nice, smooth sheet of dirt. A couple weeks later, it's all cracked. That's fracturing. And without silicon nitride in a formula, a coating is going to fracture over time. With the silicon nitride, we've reduced the fracturing dramatically. But finally, why is it called C6 Ceramics? Well, C6 is, if you remember back to high school, the table of elements, the 118 elements, C6 is carbon. And the only ingredient in a diamond is carbon. So C6 Ceramics also has diamonds in it. And we're using refined detonated nanodiamonds, long word, to tell you that basically they're man-made diamonds that are not only produced through an explosion. It's actually quite neat. Take a big metal sphere, put a piece of carbon in the middle, explode it. Then on the outside of that sphere, you have all the little diamonds that were created because of the pressure and the heat through the explosion. Those are taken down or harvested. Thank you. They're harvested. Then from there, they're put through different sieves to get to the right size. Then they're milled. And that milling action makes them so that they can actually absorb the other parts of the coating. And again, the detonated nanodiamonds reduce the incidence of fracturing as well. And they give you superior gloss, and the hydrophobics is just crazy on this stuff. Okay, so self-healing, no, David. And let me go back up here because I think I missed about 150 comments here. So I'll shut up for a minute. Longevity, okay, no, there we go. Detailing made simple, we did that one. Richard, how about using it on travel trailers? Yes. Good for a sealant for headlight, yes. Okay, we did that. Yes, our distributor in Puerto Rico should be carrying the C6 coating as well. We're still working on that. Hold up to, we did that one. We're good. License insured. Let's go. So you just have to sign up on the site. Bubble ratio. Okay, we're back. On a two-step paint coating, to use IPA. No, he answered that.
Just the app?
Yeah, just the app. How do I buy this? You go to c6ceramics.com. And Rolling Rogans. Hi, Amy. David Bapty, self-healing. No, it's not a self-healing coating. Yeah, go ahead.
The number one thing I love about that is whenever somebody asks a question in that reality of, what product should I be using, the best selling point is there's an app for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
We
best
got
thing
an
I
app
think
for
ever.
that.
We have an app for that.
There's an
Detailing made simple. The Audi behind you. Which coating did it get? A demo on the meeting. It hasn't been coated yet. We're still working on it.
Middle of the video.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a video, and actually we're doing a coating on the fabric roof. We're waiting for it to dry. So David X. Do all pump senders come with a pad brake? Some of them do, some don't. We just got 2 in yesterday that we're testing, and one came, one without. The most but not all. Did I miss something? C6 fall in the current lineup. It's above all the DIY coatings. Will P&S carry the C6 coating? Probably not. I would doubt that. Ryan, what does detonated nano diamonds technology add to the coating other than over coatings other than OptiCoat? Hydrophobics, gloss, durability, reduced fracturing. That's what it adds.
Strengthen the other chemicals, holding it together.
Yeah. Someone's spooling up a turbo beside us. Diesel turbo. AC, will there be a do-it-yourselfer version? Yes. C6 Hydro Light. David Ulano, he said that it starts after the 8. Okay, good. Mitchell W, tips on selling these high-end coatings as an average detailer.
So one thing would be, if we have a price point that we'd like to start at, and that's something that we can discuss when I call you, but if you have a price structure started already, say you have a $1,500 coating, you can use C6 as the premier package, and that means the windows, wheels, door jambs, the paint. Having a lifetime coating is going to be way better than any an 8-year product, anything like that. So once people start seeing what this product can do and how glossy it is, the photos and some of the videos we've seen on the approved installer page are really remarkable products that people can use for marketing. But it is the top of the line coating.
Yeah, and on our C6 installers Facebook group, that is just for the registered installers, there's a lot going on in terms of coaching and marketing and helping all the installers get to the point where they want to be. Similar to D-Quartz, no, they're using they're using detonated nano diamonds, but not the refined version of them. They're using a more mundane version. Does using the app benefit the DIY coatings?
Yeah, so that's part of the awesome features of the app is it will be great for any of the coatings. So it'll prep the paint, and you can use it as an IPA, rinse after polishing, but it will be beneficial for all coatings. We have some of the approved installers that have been using the app with some of the other coatings they've been installing as well.
Yeah, with other brands of coatings. Ginger, great question. Are you wrapping up DIY detail? No, not at all. Why is this different than your current offerings? This is aimed at the professional detailer. DIY, even though there's thousands of professional detailers using the line, we were continually asked, can we have a professional version? Also, the technology here is a lot more expensive, so a little prohibitive for a do-it-yourselfer. Anton, the Philippines, again, JF Detailing will be taking care of that shortly. Pricing, pricing is for authorized installers, but no. $5.99 for the industrial coating for a quart, $2.99 for either the app or the app is $35.
The Hydro or the Diamond, and we also have bulk discounts too. So
Yeah.
if you're looking at buying more, there'll be a bulk discount, but
Yeah.
we can go over that in the call as well.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing I really love about C6 and looking at the entire lineup, what it really fascinates me is there's literally a product for everything.
Yeah.
There's literally, if it has paint, it doesn't matter what it is, you can coat it.
Yeah,
You can protect it.
yeah, definitely. And the prep products, the maintenance products for C6 are DIY. So the two companies are very much intertwined. AC, is this better than your current coatings? Actually, yes, and in a way, no. The hydrophobics, the gloss, the self-cleaning ability are much higher because of the detonated nanodiamonds. But the technology of C6 coatings and DIY coatings are very close. The only difference between the two is the addition of the DNDs, detonated nanodiamonds. I like to look at it this way. You have Ferrari that has their F1 team, and then you have the road-going cars and the track specials that benefit from the R&D that's done with the race team. Think of C6 Ceramics as the race team or the F1 team, and DIY as the the road-going Ferraris. What's the longevity of Hydro Light? We're calling it a 6-year coating. Again, well maintained. It's going to last much, much longer than that. When will the Hydro Light be available? Hopefully by the end of March. And by the way, I'd like to thank everyone on your patience with DIY and with C6. This week has been a very trying week, moving warehouses and also changing websites. We figured if we're going to have a disruption, we might as well make it worth the while. So we've done that. OC Detailers. It's an honor to be a professional detailer and get to offer a wave of innovation and surf on its potential. Exactly. And with these two guys here, I'm older, and my whole goal in this is to leave a legacy behind. But don't worry, I'm not going away next week. They're stuck with me for a number of years yet. But it's to have them replace me eventually. So eventually, I'll fade away. You'll forget who I am because these guys will be doing such a great job. So Mark Perez, how does it vary with DIY? The detonated nanodiamonds. When do you start international shipping and estimated costs? International shipping should be starting soon. Again, we have in Australia Car Care Co., in Canada TOC Supplies, and in Austria, and he'll be distributing to most of the EU. We have DIYdetailing.eu. It's being shipped now, so the time to get where it's going takes a bit of time to ship stuff internationally. Thumbs up. Thank you, Sylvie. Hey, she's right in the other room. HM Auto Detailing. Can mobile detailers use the C6? Yes, you can. It's a very, very mobile-friendly coating. 1 hour after it's installed, you can drive it in the rain or in the snow. I know you're in Toronto, so you can even drive it down the 401 when they put the brine on it. Mike, just joining in, wishing you the best of success. Thank you. If you want to qualify, you just have to send an email, info@c6ceramics.com. Or actually, the installer.
Apply on the C6 website. There'll be an application form to fill out, and then we can be in contact.
Yeah. Gladiator Auto Detailing. Can you coat bare aluminum with industrial? Yes, but not yet. We're just finalizing the R&D on a aluminum or metal specific coating. Now, DIY Detail has a metal specific coating that is great. It worked great on raw aluminum. Did a Cybertruck with it last week as well. But the industrial side of a sprayed on coating is just going to be a little different. So all the industrial coatings will be sprayed on as opposed to a wipe on. That's the differentiation between this guy and this guy. Crazy Steve. Come on, you're not crazy. You're just fun. What is the humidity tolerance of the coating during application and curing process for those who live in a more humid environments? You had experience with that yesterday.
He likes to keep it way too warm in the shop, and I am not a fan of that. But it'll be pretty forgiving. I'm not going to give you an exact amount of time, but you'll know when the product needs to be wiped off just by watching it start to evaporate, and you'll see kind of an oil slick on water effect. And when you start wiping it down, if it feels a little tacky still, it just needs a little more time to cure. And as you wipe it down, if you that first spot you hit, it'll still have the coating on it, but it just sort of depends on what humidity you're in, and you will just know when it needs to come off.
Yep. And where to go here? Oh, yeah, DIY Detail is saying it might be worth to mention high spots on C6 versus DIY. Yeah, that is the big differentiator. The installation process is super easy. If you leave a high spot with C6, you're not going to have a fun day.
Lifetime coating. So to get that off, you're going to need to polish it off. You're going to cut it off with the cutting compound, and then you're going to need to reapply it. Go through the whole step again. You'll need to do the the coating, and wipe it all down again.
Yeah, for that whole panel.
So just make sure to check your work. It'll be forgiving if you miss a spot. Just make sure to walk around and check out the whole vehicle when you're done. And that first hour of curing time, you should be able to see if there's a high spot. And if you need to hit it with a little bit more of the product and wipe it down immediately, that should alleviate it. You can use the app to sort of knock down those high spots if you see something and it's a little over that hour curing time. But if you give the car back to them and they notice a week later, you're gonna have to compound it off.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons, the differentiator between Hydro Light and the standard C6 Hydro is the Hydro Light is a little more forgiving when it comes to terms of high spots, because this stuff is not forgiving in any way, shape, or form. So Ethan Bland, I just answered your question, obviously. Now, other things going on with C6, training. With the C6 commercial or the C6 professional line for automotive, we do not offer training. And the reason is simple. If you can apply any other coating, you can apply this. It makes even the DIY coating seem a little difficult to apply.
If you've installed any coatings, you're going to be able to do this one. I mean, it's going to be easier than anything you've used.
Yeah, definitely. Now for the industrial, we are offering training. That's where this guy comes in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we'll actually have our first training next week. We're finalizing the dates. When we're done doing this, we're going to sit down and hammer everything out. But there will be an initial training then, and then Taylor will be hosting trainings on a regular basis as needed. We have a different way of doing the training. There's actually no cost to our training. You come to us and we do the training. Or you can fly this guy out to your location. If you're, let's say you're doing agricultural equipment and you have a farm that you have booked 4, 5, 6 tractors in, call this guy in. You're going to have to pay him for. But the cost will be well worth the investment, and with that, he will come out to your location. We want to make sure before you can even get a hold on your hands on this stuff, there's a few things you have to go through.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I like about it is it's simplistic, but like I said, it's very intricate, detailed, because it performs.
Yeah.
And that's the really nice thing about this. And I'm going to be available all day round, all week round, 24/7, be able to answer any kind of questions somebody may have on the industrial side of things. So we'll always have technical support when it comes to everything related to C6 Industrial.
Yeah, and both these guys have young kids, so they don't sleep anyways. And the one thing that we really want to put the emphasis on is installer safety. So with the industrial coating, unless we have to have proof that you have a PAPR and you're using it, and you have all the safety equipment required before you can even buy the product. We're not going to sell it to you on the promise of, I'm going to buy the stuff. No. We don't want to see a picture or video online of someone applying it with just a half-mask respirator.
Skin exposed.
Yeah,
We don't need that.
Yeah, no go.
Well, the damage would just be detrimental if you didn't.
Yeah, you're risking your life, so it's not worth doing that, no matter what the cost is. R.A. Houston, getting in late. I'm from Chicago and happen to be in Philly. Forgot about the time zone difference. Yeah, I'll watch the entirety later. Thank you. What? No $5,000 classes? What about a $500 a year subscription to C6 to be an installer? I'm sure John will be very happy if you want to Venmo, PayPal,
I'll take tips.
Cash App, whatever. If you want to pay him $500 a month or a year to be subscribed, yeah, sure. But C6 is not going to ask for that.
Well, the main thing about that is we want you to be successful. We
Right.
don't want you to have to dish out a bunch of money in order for you to build your business. We want you to give you the tools and then build your business from there. And that's the whole point of, no cost for this. And I think that's the way a lot of these need to be.
Yeah, and Humberto, it's not, you say hazmat suit, mask, gloves, definitely. We want to look like you're going into Chernobyl, basically, and that is what you're going into. Coatings, most coatings on the market are fluorinated. Fluorination is very, very bad. Not as bad for your lungs as actually for your skin. And I always, I don't have a good day when I see people online shooting coatings on wheels, on grills, even with an airbrush, but they have skin exposed. That's very, very dangerous. Not something you want to be doing. Yeah. How do we help people growing? How do you help people growing their businesses that have C6? Through coaching. I've been doing coaching for a long time. John has a very interesting background when it comes to detailing. His wife is active military, and that means they move a lot. So John has an innate ability to start detailing companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is with what you said with coaching is once we get rolling and sort of getting the speed of things, we want to make sure that we have support for the installers. So one of the things we want to work on is having, it depends on what installers want, but a monthly or something to do with a get together where all the installers can come together and we can have a conversation about what things can be improved upon for marketing or what other installers are doing for marketing. Because not only do we want you to exceed in your business, we want everyone to grow and using our products and everyone to grow their businesses. So we want to make sure everyone has enough information, and what we can do to help support them is what we're going to be here for.
Right. And like I say, I've been doing business coaching, helping detailers grow for a long, long time, and I'm going to continue that in and out of C6, but definitely, more focused on C6.
We don't want you to buy the product, and we're not going to kick you to the curb. We want to make sure you're continuing to buy the product and continuing to grow.
Jose is asking, Jose Victoria, is C6 already out? Yes, it is. Right now, the website is actually having a little issues, but by the end of this week, we'll be shipping and everything will be going forward. Navi, is this help in marketing, etc., limited to the U.S. only? No. And for those of you in Australia, I'll be in Australia, and you can go on the Car Care Co. website, and I'll actually put a link down below too to an Eventbrite sign-up sheet. But we will be having C6 live demonstrations in Australia end of April, beginning of May. So if you're in Australia, check me out there. And in Canada, I'll be at TOC Supplies mid-April. So again, we'll have a gathering there to talk about C6 and also DIY products. So new to detailing. No, I've been around a couple years. What's the longevity on C6? It is a lifetime coating. And on the industrial side, we're calling it a 15-year coating, but in reality, it's going to be a little longer than that if it's well maintained. First from Puerto Rico. That's correct, because people bring their vehicles, with pet hair, okay, and he's allergic. So, first from Puerto Rico does the hazmat suit just for vacuuming it out in interior, which is actually a very smart thing.
Some of those interiors are gross.
Way back in the day, we went through some jobs that actually did require that. It was very bad.
Yeah, and Sylvia has a good point. C6 is for the entrepreneur detailer. We're not going after the Instagram detailer that, is doing the 46-hour polishing jobs and stuff like that. And if you're doing that, that's fine. But our whole focus is entrepreneurship, and we want to grow through growing your business. As a coating company, it's great to have 5,000 installers and all that fun stuff. But if they're not successful, it's not helping us in any way. We want you to be successful. That way, we become successful.
So with that, the product is easy to use. So we want the business owner to be able to trust new employees or someone to put the coating on without having to worry about damaging the paint or doing it incorrectly or anything that could go wrong with that. But we want the business owner to have people to trust to put the coating on without having to waste money doing removals or fixing stuff that may have gone wrong when installing it.
Yeah. So we have Luke Hayward using his wife's account. So on here it's Catherine. But anyways, keep on the great work, guys. I've been having a lot of success with Diamond and Hydro since December. It's Luke from Omaha Ceramic Coatings. Luke has been doing a great job, a great spokesperson for C6, and his business is growing with C6, definitely. He's in a market where some of the top shops in the area don't even charge $1,000 for a 7-year coating. He's able to get double that because of C6, and he's getting repeat customers already. They get one car done with C6, and all of a sudden all the family's cars are being done.
He was doing so many cars that he ran out of product. He had to contact us and said he needs to pick up some directly from us, which we're not really going to be doing, but he needed some so badly that we were able to help him get a product and able to have him install it on someone's car that day.
What a good problem to have, though, you know?
Yeah.
That's I'm
Yeah.
out of product and I need it right now.
Flyman, will you produce video content? Yes, that's why John is here. And that's why this car is here. No, we
Video
will be
content.
producing video content. You can go to C6 Ceramics on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. We're up to 100 subscribers now. So go there, subscribe, and yes, there will be video content. Who mixes your coatings? We do. We have our lab for that. Flyman, will you produce video content? Oh, did that one already. Tanner, what does lifetime mean? How many years? As long as the car is driving on the road and the coating was well maintained, the coating will be there. The coating does not require toppers, but it requires, like anything, maintenance. You can have a car, you change your oil, it's going to last. You don't change your oil, you're going to fry the engine before the end of the warranty. So we need the user and the detailer to do proper maintenance, which is a hand wash once in a while when it needs it, decontamination when it needs it. That's it. Because it's not susceptible to fracturing, it is not a problem with the coating just dying or wearing away.
And as long as it's not going through automated car washes, that's one, the abrasion is what's going to break down the coating also.
Yeah, Wilson L. just did a first 2-week maintenance wash over the weekend for my client with Hydro. C6 Hydro was super hydrophobic and surface is slick to the touch. The pre-sol foam was beating on the car. Ryan L. answering Tanner, car engines are a lifetime, but if you don't change the oil, don't expect them to get this, or even a warranty coverage for that matter. Mario Santiago, okay, I don't read Spanish. Do you guys read Spanish? No, sorry.
No C.
Yeah, okay, no. Taylor, heard you are...
Oh, that's from Gage, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Gage is a really close friend of mine,
Okay.
especially in the industry. But
Yeah.
I've got a problem going over to Iowa, and he's got a problem coming over to Nebraska. But we're going to be able to figure this out.
Okay, we'll figure that out, yeah. Navi, any demonstrations about coatings planned in the EU? Also, not yet, but stay tuned. Yes, I'll probably be going there later this year. Mario, okay. Sam Squatch, building upon your foundation and providing more tools to succeed sounds like an excellent thing. Yes, thank you. And that's, like I had someone contact me about coaching last night that wants to do a coaching platform and said, how much do you charge? If I'm, helping multiple people at the same time, my price actually goes down because I want to help people. I'm at that point in life, I've done my growth. I want to help other people grow. I want to help these young guys grow and all of you out there. That's what we're here for. Since we're at the end of the questions, well, we're still taking your questions, but we'll go with you. The application. Give us a description. You pulled up to the farm. What's next?
I love this, and this is where it changes because in the past years I've grown my business exponentially, all
Yeah.
in agricultural. So when we do this, it's very labor intensive. It's nothing but 2-stage paint correction on everything ag based. You're running around a tractor, polishing it, getting on the roof, polishing the glass, risking falling off if you're not using the right equipment.
Yeah.
And it's just really labor intensive. Whereas now we're able to introduce this industrial style coating. What's beautiful about this is if we're going to roll it to a farm place, we can make it so simplified that all we have to do is back a piece of equipment into an inflatable booth.
Yeah.
And you can literally go from one site to the next. Now the prep process to this is fairly easy. So what's nice about that is it's either a 1-step or a 2-step pre-wash. So when you come in, obviously on something that's newer, we're going to go ahead and
Yeah.
do an acid wash to it.
Yeah.
And that acid wash is going to break down a lot of things that are on the surface. And then we're going to come back with another product that's going to be able to etch the paint.
Yeah.
So what that paint etching is going to do, it's going to allow that coating to properly bond. So after we do that, we're going to come back and we're going to put this in the booth after we're done doing this wash. We're going to dry it down real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and back that up with a, just pretty much like a tack coat. So we're going to go ahead and tack coat our industrial coating on there. And we're going to let that tack coat sit for 10 to 15 minutes. After that, it's a 1-step process when you come through. We're going to be able to apply this industrial coating in one pass.
Yep.
And there's really nothing that we can't put it on a piece of machining other than glass, of course.
Yeah, and 4 hours later, it can be out in the field. And with the DIY automotive coatings, 1 hour later, drive it away. So Mario Santiago was wondering if it's sold directly. No, in Puerto Rico, it's going to go through JF Detail Supply. great distributor there that we have. Rob Farnham, will Gold Standard be enough to remove the coating? No, but Gold Standard will be enough to scar the coating to be able to reapply if you have a high spot that you need to remove. Flyman, can it be applied on top of the old different manufacturer's coating? Yes, first of all, you're going to have to abrade it, then use the app, and you're good to go there. Ryan, what are you laughing at? Ryan. Okay, yeah. Ryan Loeffler. We did a 50s Chevy last weekend in diamond gloss, and the owner was blown away. It's the easiest coating I've ever applied. Yeah. Will C6 have soaps, rinseless toppers? No, that's what DIY Detail is for. Navi, 101 subscribers now. Thank you. Franco, tried and itching to detail something. No customers yet. Taylor has come a long way in a short time. Good job. Good to see the new team. Yeah, Taylor is in the agricultural detailing world, a superstar, and you can follow him on TikTok. He's got some really fun TikTok, and
Absolutely. Engle Detailing.
Engle
So you
Detailing.
look up Engle Detailing,
Yeah.
you'll see plenty of content.
ENGLE, by the way.
EO.
And that's what I said. ENG. Oh, ENGEL.
How well do you even know?
I know, yeah. Anyways, I know it wasn't an A because when you say it, it sounds like angle detailing, like ANGLE. So
I think that's just some of you Canadians.
yeah, it's about yeah. Oh, I'm getting picked on now. Anyways, multiple installers in cities. Yeah, actually, I've always been a proponent of that. Having just one installer per city, you can never do every car in a city. The installer that we have in Omaha here is actually enthusiastic about getting more installers in Omaha because that means the C6 name is spreading and he's not competing against another coating, he's competing with another installer and they're competing together.
And part of that I think would be cool is if we can all be in the installers group together and working together to grow everyone's businesses. You can talk to them and say like, oh, hey, this person showed up and they were, I quoted them a price, and if we're all in the same conversation in the same group on the Facebook page, you could say like, oh, if they're going to come to you, you should quote the same price so you're not undercutting yourself because it is a premium product.
Yeah.
But then also both of you know that you're going to be in the same ballpark for pricing. So I think with the Facebook group and the chat that we have in there, it should help a lot with everyone being in the same city.
Yeah, and Alpha G. So how do I justify the cost to the customers? Easy, it's the best coating on the market. And maybe Luke or Ryan could answer that. They're dealing with customers face to face, and Luke is in a market where $1,000 is an expensive coating. He's easily double that.
And if they're looking for a coating like this anyways, they're probably somewhat a car enthusiast and they probably want to do some washing or some maintenance of the car themselves. And once they see some videos or photos of what the coating can do in terms of gloss and hydrophobics, it's wild to see the water beat up and fall off. And it's incredible to see it just not stick at all.
Yeah, you've never experienced a coating like this. And there will be videos up later today on the C6 Ceramics YouTube page, or YouTube channel. So you can go to C6 Ceramics and subscribe once again. Apparently we're up to 101 subscribers. Thank you. Rob Farnham, yes, Gold Standard is very strong. Yes, thanks Sylvie. And yeah, so David Bradshaw, yes, TOC Supplies in Canada will be stocking and shipping. That way individual installers don't have to deal with customs and all that nasty stuff. 102. Thanks, Anton. Okay, we're growing. 171. Please smash the like button. Thank you. Ryan L. Delaware is covered. 3 installers: North PA, DE, New Jersey, Maryland, me, Central and Southern Delaware, Maryland beaches. Cool. Ivan K. 148 subs. Wow. Thank you.
Growing like a wildfire.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. How many subscribers do you have on TikTok?
70,000.
Yeah. So, again, his TikTok is fun, and I'll actually put a link in the description below once we're done this. But my favorite one of you is the one with the lawn tractor. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Has nothing to do with detailing, but it's super funny. Luke, he goes here by Catherine Hansen. Diamond and Hydro speak for themselves. I have never experienced the gloss from any coating like Diamond, and the hydrophobics are crazy from Hydro. It's game changing. I'm currently doing my 14th install. Yeah, excellent. West 23 SUT. Can you stack it? No, there's no need. You can. But literally you're
Just more time out of your day to do it.
Yeah, more time and you're throwing money away. It's not going to make it better. What cars need lifetime coatings? Every car needs a ceramic coating. That's a great question. And the lifetime coating, for someone, I've had people that had coated their cars that had a 2-year lease and they got, the longest coating I had. It's not only the longest lasting, but it's the best performing. So if your customer wants those extreme hydrophobics, that extreme gloss, they're going to want it, they're going to pay for it, even if they're only keeping the car for 3 years or 5 years or 2 years for that matter. Should make a video on the hydrophobics. Yes, we will. That's part of what we're doing here. We're in the studio right now. Alpha G people want the best of the best. Yeah. So OC Detailers, I'm in the office, and tomorrow beach in the morning. Good for you. Ivan K, every car deserves a coating. And Ivan K, please put the link to your web shop. Ivan K is our distributor in Austria. So please put the link to your web shop. We'll get that so people can find it, see it, and have access to it. Any other questions? You guys have anything I missed? And I'm going to go get a drink of water while these guys talk.
Here, I got you one at the start.
Oh, okay. Thanks. He got me water. What a nice guy.
I'll tell you one thing. You can listen to Ivan for hours because it's just endless as to what he knows. But what's really nice about this, like I said, is it's so user-friendly. And, what kind of environment we're building with C6 is just going to be awesome. It's going to be just an awesome, nice, non-hostile environment that we're going to be able to build for installers to come together and actually be able to synergize. And that's the main thing for what I do and for what you do. Yeah. And we're going to be able to bring that together and diversify a lot of installers in this aspect. And that's what I'm really excited to work with is, people who really don't know the industry, but they want to grow in it. Yeah. And I think it's going to be just super fun.
There's enough vehicles for everybody out there. Don't worry about. You're not going to lose business from talking to someone else in the same city.
No, not at all. So Lee View is Andy. Okay, very good. Another one of our installers. The questions you worked on with John yesterday, we'll be producing a video tonight, and it will be on the C6. When someone applies to become a C6 installer, they'll get that video. Cars with Kiev, just what I need, another coating. Kiev, Heidi is well protected as it is now, and when you get another car, we'll talk about putting a coating on it for you. Jose, can I become an installer if I do detailing on the side, as long as you're insured and you're a legitimate business? So that's very important. When can we expect the video? Yes. Rolling Rogans, yes, I could totally listen to Ivan for hours. I'm sorry about that.
Now you're just gloating.
Yeah, no, she said it.
Did you read it twice?
Yeah.
Ivan is a fountain of knowledge.
Yeah, yeah.
Read that one.
Yeah. Andy, good to see you here. Thought you'd stop by. Stephen, why is the 5-year coating glossier than the 3 or the 8-year? What are the chemicals in the coating that make it glossy like the ceramic makes it hydrophobic? So all the coatings in the DIY line actually have the same chemistry. It's just the percentages that change. And those percentages, and also the way they're mixed, changes a little bit how the coating reacts. So we're getting good gloss and hydrophobics from all the coatings. But if you want to maximize one, you lose a little bit on the other.
That's why we have 2 options here.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. So Sam Squatch, as Ivan said, detailing is a community. There are more than enough to work to go around, yes. And we're here to help one another, and we all grow together, yeah. And by the way, those who don't know Sam Squatch, he is the retail customer service rep for DIY detailing, and also for C6. And Amy Rogan, who is Rolling Rogans on here, she is our customer service manager for both DIY and C6 Ceramics. Super Auto 2K, better late than never, yes. Where do we go? Ryan L., can we expect some content reviews from other YouTubers on C6? And can you share who? Yes, there will be soon, but I can't share who right now. But he's slightly well known in the community.
You might have heard of him.
You might. He's a small channel, close to 1 million subscribers. Zeko, hello from the Netherlands. So yes, you can get together with Ivan K on that. Ryan L, we did that one. Alpha G, is there no regular car with a lifetime warranty? Why should customers get lifetime C6 over 8-year DIY? So even the 8-year DIY is technically a lifetime coating if it's well maintained. But C6 will give them better hydrophobics and better gloss. It's just another level of coating because of the refined detonated nanodiamonds. But that's basically the difference between them. The DIY coatings have the polysiloxane, the SIN, the SiO2, and the SiC. They don't have the detonated nanodiamonds, whereas the C6 does. Ruman just jumped on. Hello from Australia. We'll have to watch the replay and see what I missed. Yes, and I'll be in Australia at the end of April, beginning of May, and we will be at Car Care Co. and other shops around the country discussing C6 and DIY detail. Ivan K, hello customer care team. Yes, they are a great team actually, and the customer service really is a passion for Amy and Sam. They do a great job at it. Recently, Cerakote had to address an issue with their ceramics. Could there be any scenario where this ceramic would not work properly? The only scenario where it won't work properly is improperly applied. And if you follow our instructions, which are very simple, it's going to work out. We've done extensive testing for more than a couple months, more than a couple years. This has been in testing a long time, so there's no worries there. Where do I get one of those C6 shirts? You're gonna have to wrestle one of these two guys for it.
Good luck.
Yeah. Ivan K, very good. Just started learning DIY coatings and now C6. Yeah.
You're prepared. If you've done DIY already, you're prepared for C6.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, your customer care team is second to none. Thank you. Speaking from personal experience. Brandon N. My dad and I have a body shop in Orange County, California. We're about to try 5-year on a customer's 68 Camaro. We are excited about the 1 hour. It's 1 hour, not 1 year. Trust me. If you have to wait 1 year to cure it, you're going to have a problem. Yeah, he edited that. Time with C6 worked better for us. No, C6 and DIY have the same cure time, 1 hour. Now for the industrial coating, it's 4 hours before getting dust, 24 before chemicals.
And for the C6, it's 7 days for the first wash.
Yeah, exactly.
1 hour for the customer to go home with it, 7 days before you actually want to wash it down.
Alpha G, anything coming out that will actually protect leather seats? Yes, we have that already. The DIY detail interior ceramic.
Which also works great on convertible tops.
Yeah, that's why this one's here. It's getting a video being done on that right now. Once we're done this. Formal application training to be offered. Formal application training is offered on the industrial side and necessary. On the automotive side, no. We just want to make sure you're a business. We're going to vet you. John is going to go over your socials, have an interview with you, and from there, we're good to go. Brandon N, 1 hour, yeah. Rob Farnham, is this coating much different from Roar? Go ahead.
So when it comes to the industrial side of things,
Yeah.
Absolutely. It is completely different because this is the first industrial ceramic. And what we're actually able to do is offer a heavier line of protection with this industrial style coating. And what this is actually going to be able to allow us to do is cover more area in a more efficient time.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things you can do with the C6 Industrial that can't be done with a wipe-on coating. There are areas you can get in. There's the cast engine parts. There's all around the three-point hitch, all those hydraulics that are not fun to do with a wipe-on coating, or sprayer booms, same thing.
Yeah, I don't do industrial stuff, but one of the things I think is interesting is that the coating itself sticks better with oxidized paint.
Yeah.
Is that true? So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
part of what the etching of the paint is for. So a new one you're going to etch the paint with oxidized paint. The coating can go on there, and I think that's really interesting. That you don't need to polish the tractor or vehicle before you're putting the coating onto it.
Yeah. Ryan L. Very good response, Ryan. I love this. Yes, there's a need for a lifetime coating over 8 year. Take a notice of how many cars older than 2016 are out there. More than 50%. There you go. Excellent answer, Ryan. I like that one. We'll have to take that one as our own. Ethan Bland, I'm hoping to do more coatings this summer with the DIY line and maybe the Hydro Light. Excellent. Wilson L. Will there be C6 decal stickers available for purchase? Yes, there will. Joy Belinsky, maybe the coating I used last year required a 1 year cure time and that's why it failed. Could be, you never know. Joey has had a reoccurring issue coating his GTI, or R6. Anyways, high-level Volkswagen Golf. You'll have to say which one it is, Joey. I'm sure most of the people know, but I just know you have a really high-performance Volkswagen. First from Puerto Rico, where do we go? I can wrestling with them, but they will have a lot of trouble catching me.
For the shirts.
I run fast. Oh, okay. Very good for the shirts. Thank you. Joey Bourguignon, would it be cool to see an everyday driver go from start to finish live so people can see the process in real time? Would be a great benefit video for the small business to direct customers. Actually, we have that on the DIY Detail site on the YouTube channel. So if you go to the live tab, it's sort of a hidden section there. There is a start to finish wash, polish, coating, or decontamination, polish, coating, the whole thing, whole 9 yards, start to finish. And with C6, we're reserving that for our installers. I bought my wife a man-made diamond ring from a broken beer bottle. She didn't see the sexy side of it. Yeah, man-made diamond from a beer bottle may not be as sexy.
Put diamond gloss on it. That might make shine it up.
That had a few more beers.
Yeah, exactly. Can you do a quick unboxing? Actually, yeah, let's just move the microphone there.
They're in here.
Yeah, I think so.
So this is what will come in the package. There'll be a applicator pad that comes in it as well. But the box itself, I don't know how well you can see it.
Yeah.
Closer.
Yeah, go up.
Jeez, I'm throwing
Make a man
Here's
of
the
yourself.
box itself, and it just slides right open, and this will come right in there. And here, I don't know if it's in the
Yeah, you're
picture. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
There's
You're good.
There's the coating.
So there you go.
And at some point, we will have some other stuff within the package too. There'll be some literature for the customer itself, some stickers for it. Things are moving as we're starting to announce the business itself today.
Yeah. Where are we? Okay, man-made diamonds. You have a CA fixed rosin polisher option coming. I have gear driven. No gear driven polishers from us. Don't worry about that. And our 25 millimeter polisher, you're gonna have a lot of fun trying to get that one to stall. It's not one that's gonna stall easily. Ignore the typo. Sorry, yeah, not a problem. Ryan L. Detailers Business Academy has 2 real-time start-to-finish coding videos. Actually, I do. Thank you, Ryan. On my other channel. First from Puerto Rico. Sorry, Ivan, I see 2 boxes, but one of them I can't see the color. Yes, this one is red and charcoal. This one is blue and charcoal. Premium look, fantastic. Can't wait to get them over here. Excellent. And Ivan K. again is our distributor in the EU. Brandon N. Do you plan on providing the same educational support for C6 as DIY? 100%. And we planned on directing our customers to the DIY YouTube channel for maintenance and care. It will be both. So the C6 channel will have maintenance videos on the coatings as well. And Sylvia and I got a new Jeep after the Veloster was unfortunately taken out by another car. And the Jeep will be going through the full prep application of C6 coatings and all the follow-throughs as well. So you'll be seeing the Jeep on the DIY channel as well as the C6 channel getting follow-up washes and how it's going over time. And again, it's probably one of the most abusive situations. Just try tailgating a tour bus on the road 3 feet behind it for 50,000 miles a year. You'll see what hell it goes through.
Through all different environments.
Yeah, through all different environments. When you order the bulk, do you get in a bigger size bottle? No, you just get more of them. Bigger size bottle is not a good thing. Basically, the C6 ceramics, once it's opened, you have 3 months to use it. David Bradshaw, it's all sounding too easy. As someone who has put on Crystal Serum Ultra on an ACR Viper, I am sure ready for something so simple. Yeah. Basically, you have to work at screwing this up.
Yeah.
How long does it take for installer approval? It depends how many of you are signing up right now on c6ceramics.com. There's the installer form there. Go there, and he'll be working through them very quickly. But the idea is to get you guys up and running as quickly as possible. Franco is excited to see the interior ceramic on the rack top. Excellent. And we have another video on the DIY channel about doing a convertible roof, but it was time to renew that one. What scenarios have you ran into with humidity during an application process? Also, are you able to see the C6 during the winter time with the magnesium chloride and potassium? Yeah. So the basically, like any coating, the magnesium chloride is going to eventually coat the surface. DIY detail water spot remover is all you need, and the coating is back to 100%. As far as the application process, it was very, very humid in here. Yes, even I found it hot and humid. So for me to find it humid, it really has to be humid. Think Georgia, midsummer. That's where we're at.
Most of these videos, he was wearing a sweatshirt with wool socks and the heater going, and
yeah. And
I had to tell him we got to shut it off. I'm getting sweaty. I mean, you can't tell you're cold. You can tell when you're sweaty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was dripping and I was freezing. But with that, the application process is a little quicker when you have to be a little quicker when you're doing it in a high humidity situation. As far as the industrial coating, the humidity doesn't play that big of a role as it does with the wipe-on automotive coatings. It does a little bit, but it's not as crazy. Will you be using C6 to coat Pan's car? Maybe. Stay tuned. David B. Okay, we did that one already. You guys making a scent product for interior? No. C6 is all about coatings and just coatings. So there's nothing there.
Well, and PPF.
Yeah.
PPF
yeah. We have PPF. Well,
yeah.
PPF is sort of a coating. But we're protecting things. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. The C6 PPF, paint protection film. We have matte. We have gloss. It is a made in the USA film. By the way, all these things are made in the USA, including our pads, our applicators, all made in the USA. So that is a point of pride for us, and also it gives us great access to the plants that are making it with us. There are formulas. We own the formulas. We're not white labeling something else. There are formulas, but all our labs and plants are in the USA. Apparently Sylvie is modeling something new. We just got in the C6 apron.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's right. I didn't want to try one on.
Yeah. Oh, it even has a loop for your cord. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All the pockets.
Yeah, there you go.
Be handy.
Yeah. There you go. Don't go home with that one. Okay, Pan, the organizer, yeah, looking forward to his video. So are we. Isn't lifetime coating ridiculous as how scratched up it'll be on a car or tractor after, say, 10 years? Actually, no. When a vehicle is properly maintained, so as a professional installer, if you teach your customer how to wash their car with either rinseless or do a good, foam rinse foam method, their car is not going to get scratched up that much after 10 years. And you can, we're working on something called a rejuvenation polish, something a little different. So something no one's done yet before, and we're working on it. We tried, hopefully, one of our last R&D samples today. So the coating rejuvenation polish. How did that go?
Oh, great! Yeah. What did you say? Sorry, I was taking that.
The coating rejuvenation polish. We tried it today.
Oh,
One
yeah,
of the R&D
Yep,
samples.
yep, with the orbital sanders. So.
Yes. Matthew, is there a big misconception of ceramic coatings? How long they between washes? Because your regular people, ceramic coated, don't need to wash it. No, sorry, this isn't F11. We're not telling people you never need to wash your car again. No, you still need to wash your car. A little less often with a coating, but yes, you still need to wash it. Washing is part of owning a car. It's called maintenance. And so as an installer, as a professional, whether you're installing C6 or another brand, please don't tell your customers that they'll never need to wash it again. And for the agricultural side, that is one of the benefits that the farmers like is washing their tractors.
Oh, absolutely. And what's really nice about that is in the agricultural sense, these just don't go through your typical elements like your typical Prius or your Chevy 1500.
Yeah.
I mean, these are going through the elements, constant fertilizer, manure, dirt, exposure every single day. That's its sole job. So that's what they love about this is that when they're able to clean this, it's easy.
Exactly. Ryan, we don't know. My parents traveled a lot. David B, for applications on windows, plastic, chrome, Do you notice it's quicker to wipe on or go process or just like DIY detail? Yeah, on glass it's going to be a little quicker, just like most other coatings because of the substrate. On plastics, it's very similar to paint. Would you white label your own coatings to detailers in your network? No, we don't do white labeling. And there's no need. We actually don't encourage detailers to put up a C6 sign or a banner. Market your own business. We don't need you to market our business for us. We're doing a good job at that. You need to market your own business. You need to grow your business. Identifying yourself as a coating brand has never worked for anyone. It's in the long term, it's hurting you. It's not helping you. Apron required before installation too. No, it's not a necessity. But if you want one, we're working on it. Ivan K, merch will be available. Yeah, we're still working on the merch. Those are test things that we just got that one in today. So sure, the surface can be scratched, but the coating will stay in the paint. Definitely, yeah. So even if you are scratching a coating, the coating isn't on the paint. The coating is in the paint, especially with the use of our adhesion promoter polish. It literally is going into the paint. Ivan K, assuming the C6 coatings have low VOC, so no need for excessive protection during application. The automotive coatings, no, you don't need excessive protection. Gloves, always, you don't want it on your skin. We don't want anyone spraying this, and if you are spraying it, you need to suit up just like you're doing an industrial coating. For the industrial coatings, you need to suit up like you're going to a hazmat situation. Think Chernobyl, that's where you're going. Franco, wow, thank you, but if you could pull that back, I don't know if you can do that, that would be great. That's he's given us $49 for doing this. Franco, this is how can I put it? This is a corporate site, and even though that option is available, YouTube, I don't know how to turn it off. But really, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. But save your money and the super chats. That's what they call them. Save your super chats for independent YouTubers that are are trying to make money off of YouTube. We're just here to give education. But once again, thank you very much.
Does anyone has a question from that or what?
Yeah. No. Oh, I don't know how you use your super chats, but can you have your co-host rock paper scissors for this one? Great show as always. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right, I suppose we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Wait, can they see your hand?
Yeah. I go on shoot.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Scissors.
There it is.
Yeah,
That's
there
it.
you go.
First round's on me, I
Yeah.
guess.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. So, Nate, I've installed C6 on a few cars and it's great. The coating is seriously amazing and the customers love it. The hydrophobics of Hydro is next level and Diamond Gloss is crazy too. Ryan F11 Dig. Well, you can have, what is it, E10 or G12, whichever you prefer. Ivan K, that's fantastic, Ivan, about the reply to donations. Thank you. Everybody give a thumbs up. Thumbs up to all of you people for staying with us. What did I see? 155 people. Wow, that's a lot. David B, I've done 4 ceramic coatings using the app with your DIY detail coatings. It does a great job and provides great gloss. Can't wait to apply C6. Yeah, the app is great with any coating. And you apply the app like a polish. We suggest you actually use our red jeweling pad on a dual action sander. So the 3 or 5 millimeter stroke is ideal. You can go up to an 8 millimeter stroke. But what it does is it really, really deep cleans the paint and opens it up ready to accept a coating. And you do not use a panel prep. So everything I've taught you guys for the last 30 years, damp pad, no. Using a rotary to finish, no. Using a damp cloth to wipe it off, no. Using the proper panel prep, yes, because this is the proper panel prep.
And a very small amount. We put it in a bottle this is a lot of it. So
yeah,
you're using a very small amount on the car. I mean, this is going to do like 30 or 40 cars with this amount.
I seen your post where how much you actually use in a full size pickup, and it was this much.
Very small amount. Yep.
Yeah. Basically your pad at the end of applying the app should look the same as when you started.
Clean.
Yeah, that pad applied app to a whole car, and there's no residue on it. Okay, where'd we go? Okay, thumbs up everywhere. Thank you. 1 bottle of app will last a long time. Yes, Luke, definitely it will. Cars with Kiev. You can turn the super chat off through Earn tab. Oh, thank you. I'll have to go do that. Excellent. First from Puerto Rico. Will there be a version for matte surfaces, or would this work on a matte surface too? So on matte paint, we're suggesting C6 Hydro, not Diamond Gloss, unless you want a relatively or a glossier matte paint. Yeah, but the C6 Hydro will give you a very deep color. So if you've got a matte black, it's going to go from a charcoal more to a black, but give you, the amazing hydrophobics that everybody wants. Here's for more knowledge. Thank you. Easy 30 to 40 vehicles with that one bottle. Yes. So Ryan's done a number of them as well. Some installers bought multiple bottles of it, and I was going, ooh, no, not a good idea. Well, it's a good idea, but you're going to be using it for a long time. And the less you use, the better it is. Will your PPF be available? Will be able to be coated? Definitely. Our PPF already has a coating built in, like many good PPFs, but definitely either the Hydro or the Diamond can go on it, and they can go on any brand of PPF. Or vinyl wrap for that matter. Kevin, I have been following Ivan for years. I know if he's behind something, it's legit. Can't wait to try it. Thank you. Ivan K, less is more. Yeah, I've been saying that one for a couple weeks now, and it's
Less
true.
is more,
Yeah. Yesterday you were doing the car, and it's like your pad was like, keep going.
Keep using it.
How many panels did you do before you had to add more?
I mean, half the car at least.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes a long ways.
Yeah. The less you use, the better it is.
Absolutely.
And same thing with the industrial coating. We're not trying to get you to build 30 or 40 microns. The goal is 10 to 15. We want good coverage, and it stops there. Too thick is not going to improve anything.
Absolutely.
And it just gets you to use more product, which is something we don't want you to do. The coating will outlast the life of the PPF, yes, but it will also protect the PPF so the PPF will last longer. There are advantages to everything. What time is it, guys? I have no idea.
4:30.
Oh, okay. So we've been going for an hour and a half. Cool. Thank you. And we still have over 157 people after an hour and a half.
Thank you.
You people are brave.
That's
Thank
dedication.
you. Yeah, that's dedication. With that, I think we're going to end it. The questions have slowed down. If you have any questions, ask them down below. After the live stream, this will still be up. I'll still be answering questions on all of these. And remember, c6ceramics.com. Go to the apply to be.
You fill out the application there.
Yep.
That information will go to me, and then we can have a phone conversation, and I'll answer questions there as well. And once you're approved, there's a Facebook page for answering questions. So there's lots of methods for figuring more stuff out.
Yeah. Michael Panko, yes, we do have a PPF trainer. We will be offering trainings on PPF. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today, but definitely PPF training is in the works.
He had told me the apron is a PPF apron, so that's what it's for.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's not a coating apron. I'm buying the pickup soon. Can you theoretically coat the bed liner to make it easier to hose out? Yes, you can actually, but something like that, actually DIY Details Quick Beads is the best tool for that, and then every time you hose it out, a little bit of Quick Beads, it'll make it easier to clean the next time. Thank you, looking forward to more videos. Great group chat. Thank you for the support. Thanks so much. Sweet. And thank you guys, congratulations, and OC Detailers is ready. With that, thank you everyone. We'll see you in the next one.
See ya.
We're working on ending it, don't worry.
Stop.